What's today? Freaking Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. All right. You know what that means? First of all, let me move this up here. Sorry if I always look to the left. My screens, the camera's here. I got three Big Daddy screens. My charts are over here. So I was told to look people in the eye. What did I do? Fuck you. This is what I wanted to point out. One of the best futures traders I know is Sands Dale Pinker, Traders Call him Coach. These are the levels. I write them down. All right. So we need to hold 50-25 on the ES. Okay. Doesn't look like that. Okay. So this is what I write down 50-20. And then I go to my brackets 50-25. So the ranges are between this freaking pandemonium. 50-25 and 50-75. If we go through 50-75, maybe we rally to 51-42. These are the levels. All right, play the levels. All right, you have to play. Listen, it's empirical and tariffs. You either just, like I said in TradeGateHub, if you want to try to something long, preferably don't take something that's below yesterday's low. Even more so, that's higher than yesterday's close. I don't know. My query for that is broken at this point. But I'm going to tell you something. Like I say, I pontificated in the room a lot today. You want to know why? Because I can. My freaking room. And I apologize by talking like this. It's like I have a different personality. I really don't even curse that much. Gerard's the one to listen to. You know what it is that there's two people. Right now I'm in the midst of just very mechanical. This is what you do. You listen to Gerard. Don't take his investment advice. He's pretty good at giving indications. And you go to here. Right now, listen to Dale Pinker. What he said this morning. Guy's on fire. VIX is fucking flying. This is bad. Coming into the, okay? This is what you want to watch for. Okay? There's no Black Monday. Today's Tuesday, a day late. Here's the VIX. All right? Either one or two things are going to happen, and it feels binary. It feels binary. Chart-wise, that is. Either the resistance stops at 84.84 or this previous close of 87.26. This is the VIX long-termer. God forbid we go to here. It's possible. It is what it is. It's got, like I say, I'm not biased. I don't have an ego. It's got it in it to hit 105. Well, it is what it did with 2024. If I was looking at Under Armour and I said that, I mean, I call it is what it is, a chart. Okay? Now, coming into the close. This Tuesday, and once again, I think I poised the first time ever that NASDAQ had 4%, whatever they do. We have time after the close to give stats, right? What you want, we're looking for. You close above yesterday's high. You go below, listen, the difference between 85 and that close in the middle of July of 87, that another, believe it, it's not that much percentage-wise anymore. Actually, it's another 4 or 5%. Could be, I mean, the biggest moves happen in the end. God, at the end, God forbid it's not the end. And there's the other level, 91. Pardon me. Now, you know, this is adjusted for splits and everything. Now, I had a discussion with actually Tim yesterday. I'm more anxious about tomorrow's open than I was Friday into the weekend. Because there was peak fear, in my opinion, in Friday, which gave us a little bit of an out. Now they collared people. That move yesterday when they took the, listen, I'm going to tell you, this is exactly what happened. This move yesterday with the tariffs when they said they were suspended 30 days, the spies yesterday, and this morning, by the way, great double top brought to you by Gerard at 520. Go to TGH, please. This isn't Pat Gerard back on the day. It is what it is. Now they gave people outs. They gave me outs. I was able to, now I said I have to make a couple of good trades to take one bleed. Now everybody's got things that are leaking. And like Coach said, it's almost felt like it was too late to buy, too early to sell. Too late to buy, too early to sell. Yes, now it flipped. Now is it too late to? I don't know. Well, there's Dale, you on? Can't even hit a bucket of balls. This is like this. It's stuck in upstate New York for the past six. I haven't seen green. What is this? April 8th? I haven't seen green in like 6 months. I hit a bucket of balls. I come back. Where's what's his name? Jane Norm. Apple again. Yesterday's low 30 10. Talking like a trader. Let's power hour. Let's forget about the Apple. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Spies. Apple. Oh, happy. No, no. This is, you know what? This flipped. You see this? There's jokes going around the internet. I remember when Meta was up 20 days in a row, which was like what? 2 months ago? I said the easy money. They flipped. Remember every day I said the algos put buy stops and they trigger them. The ones that keep going through the new highs, you got to work once you're in the order, once you're in the trade, you got to work it. It's not that easy. You don't just put a new bunch of break highs and then just go off and hit a proverbial bucket of balls. You got to work it. With that being said, it's like it feels like that now on the flip side. And I'm in a couple of the longs. BE. Hunted the fun today. I'll tell you where I sold BE. I had all this stick. I had three. I never had more of these things, these stickums. I had stickums all over my computer. And I wasn't the one when I started, not that it's wrong, when I first started trading. Oh, don't average down or you're a winner. Remember, I'm talking about price levels, you know what I mean? And I was selling, I couldn't BE, I couldn't BE. I think it's BE, I sold 1824. That's the number. I sold 12,000 in the fund, 1824 is buried in it. Where's the time BE? Right here. Well, it doesn't show my trade. 1824. And that was to break even. Coming down from 15. How about this one? NNE. Oh my God. Thank God my ego didn't get in the way. You know what? It does get in the way sometimes. No, it doesn't get in the way. I made a mistake. And the only person I should apologize to do the Tradeview fund. NNE. Okay. Sold 8. I'll even get the Nike. And by the way, I'm saying this because there's ring. NNE. Punting this thing. 25. It's 22. And the stock went in 2 days. I mean, I would have felt, went from 1929 to almost 25, 20. I was, God, third attempt at Apple. That's the real man's looking at, listen, in the corner of my eye, really making sense. Proxy for the market right now is the VIX. Apple, which Gerard pointed third attempt at a new low. Whether or not it does it, who knows? Delta has earnings last night. Marvell, what do you do now? Marvell hasn't made a new low. You want to step in now? Marvell. We couldn't wait this. Marvell. You know what to sell Marvell? 54.92. There's all my Marvell here. Those red arrow, red buttons. 54, 55.83. Now it's 50. It didn't break a new low. I know that. There's the close. 49.10. That's the pivot. But then again, it's got a gap. It's got work to do. It's not a lot. You got to work that. That's not a V. That's just like I said. I wanted, when I was talking to Tim yesterday, they took the trade away from you. I wanted the flush. I was prepared for max pain. Now you see these type of charts. Now it's work. Now you got to work. Now this is work. I would rather have been down here and capitulated and went through washed everybody out. But with that SPY move yesterday with the tariffs, they kind of did the opposite and reset everybody, which is bearish. Know your style. All right. My style's not the best style. I just know my style for doing almost 30 years. I'm a brain surgeon. I'm going to start being a podiatrist. I'm not saying I'm the best brain surgeon. Maybe I'm a podiatrist. I don't know what does it mean. I'm going to go and become a brain surgeon. It is a good thing, Mike Turk. Here's a man right here, freaking high-level executives. Oh, Mike, good job. Proud of you, Mike. Digress. What's going on here? S&P breaks below 5,000. All right, so what are the new levels? Let me go back. Let me go back. These are the other levels. First of all, I gave you them before. Spies. Wrote them down 2 days ago. They're still the same thing. Spy. They test 472. Wow. They're going to listen. Now everything happens. Usually they want to test the lows again. I'm going to tell you, that's a tough move down. And the stocks that are making new lows are going to get worse than the ones that are not making new lows. If we do test new lows, that actually made sense. Oh, and semiconductor. Now it's up. Look at this. This was didn't get stingy, selling it at 35 there, right here. Like 36. And if I was in it, no, I wouldn't buy it. Thank God I'm out of it. Get nervous. Actually, not nervous, anxious. There's ON semiconductor. You want to try the below this thing? I've seen things hit RSIs and oversold at 8. The difference between a weekly RSI oversold at 20 as coach. He thought reinforced this to me. The difference, you want to try weekly RSIs? The difference between 20 RSI oversold and an 18 could be literally another 8%. Don't do it. Next. Wait. I'm actually trying to be mature and staying in it. So keep your powder dry. All these freaking cliches are going in that I learned throughout the years. Always another trade. The VIX is popping. It's our forte. Gotta take a fucking, excuse me, I gotta take some losses. But that's okay. It was a mistake. I made a mistake. TLT calls, I said they were coming in. Listen, I can't show too much, but if I was stuck on a proverbial desert island and I had one website to go to, this would be it. Jesus. TLT, I said it in the room. Boom, May. TLT is trying to somebody catch the bottom, May. Tesla bearish. Oh my God. Naya. Spies. Look, you see what they're doing? You don't see anything stepping up here like Bank of America, General Motors, or Dollar General like it did a week ago. Spy. Citibank. Spy. Spy. Ford. Tesla. You know what I mean? That's bad. You know what? No one's stepping in yet. You might want to step in first. You're going to be wrong before you're going to be right. Oil now 58. Oil now 58. Exxon. There's the weekly on Exxon. There it is. Oh. I'm aggressive. You know what? Difference between aggressive. I feel like the last day it became a little bit more of a. I mean, I was being very. I don't Uber held properly, did what it had to do, but now it's work. Oof. No, no. I got to. You know what I got to do? I got to take a look at a couple of losses, and I got to worry about nickels and dimes when there's dollars to be made. What it is, I did it. You're gonna do it. What happens? It took an anomaly. This is what it took. Get out of here. This is what it took to happen. All right, so you're not alone. Yesterday, leave off at this because you know what? It's going to be a game time decision. What we're going to take. They might step in. You never know. Yesterday, the Nasdaq was down over 4% and finished the day higher. Today, still, the Nasdaq was up over 4% and is on pace to finish the day lower precipitously. That's never happened. Now, what was that? The Nasdaq? There's a chart on the Nasdaq monthly going back to 2000 and whatever it is, two. There's the time frame. 9/11, COVID, banking crisis, housing crisis, many administrations. What's happening never happened as we speak on this particular Tuesday in this first week, second week of April. That's the parameter and the sample you're dealing with, which is unknown because it's never happened again before. I feel bad. And I don't feel bad. I feel bad for people with portfolios. I really do. I really do. I actually feel bad. I should feel bad. Yields at highs, market at lows. All right, what time is it? Time to get a watch. It's 3:17, man. That's late. All right. Pajama trading. Know what you're doing. Please. All right. It's going to get better. Okay. Sailors never learned the tough, and you know, Olympic athletes never learned. They just didn't swim in the kiddie pool. A guy didn't learn to do the breaststroke in 2 inches of water. You got to get out there in the deep end. And you know what to do it is? It is. I'm not here to pontificate. Trust me, it doesn't make a difference in my life. Out of my next trade, all right, get a demo or get a live account. Trust me, it's for your benefit. The lowest spreads, tightest commissions, make that the tightest commissions, the lowest spreads, tightest commissions, award-winning service. This is freaking free. Get in there. All right? You got this far. Make a difference. The pitch is over. Good luck.